What is up, everybody? It's your boy back at it again with another video, and today we're going to be checking out something interesting. I've been very confused with all the different Saxonies there are in Germany. My big question to y'all is, why are there so many Saxonies? Today we're going to be diving into Lower Saxony and why it's called Lower Saxony and stuff like that. I honestly heard that one of the places I probably shouldn't visit is one of the Saxonies. I'm pretty sure it's Lower Saxony or something like that. And if that's the case, I know why. I heard that it's a little bit more political and not in a good way for your boy. Now, that's what I heard from a lot of people that I've asked that actually live in Germany that are Germans. So if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments down below. But I wanted to actually, instead of just avoid it altogether, I wanted to look into it and see you know, what it is, the history behind it, things like that. So if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning viewers, welcome back. We post videos every single day, and a lot of the content that you see on the channel is going to be based around Europe. So if that interests you, go ahead and subscribe. If you guys are not interested, then still subscribe and like the video before you leave. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive deep into this thing, man, and see exactly what we're going to get ourselves into in today's internet deep dive. Los geeks. And here we are, Lower Saxony. We always like to read this little blurb right here. It's a Wikipedia blurb. But Lower Saxony is obviously a German state, and Lower Saxony is a state in northwest Germany bordering the North Sea. In its capital, Hanover, Herrenhausen gardens include the Baroque Great Garden and English Landscape Gardens. The Lower Saxony State Museum displays art from the Middle Ages to the 20th century. The city of Braunschweig is the home to the rebuilt medieval Dankwardeorde Castle and the Herzog Anton Ulrich Museum with its vast collection of European art. I'm sorry, I butchered that. 7.9 million people. That's actually pretty decent. That's a pretty decently sized area. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at why, because somebody asked this awesome question right here. Why is it called Lower Saxony? The remaining historical portions of Lower Saxony constitute the formerly independent regions of Brunswick, Oldenburg, and Schaumburg-Lippe, making the federal state's borders a post-war creation. The name derives from the Old Saxons, which inhabited the area circa 1000 AD. Another question someone asked is, what does Lower Saxony mean? Low German, Niedersachsen is a German state situated in northwestern Germany. The northern half of Lower Saxony is also known as the North German Plains. It is almost invariably flat except for the gentle hills around Bremen, Gisland. And Saxony, what is Saxony, Germany known for? So actually Saxony, right, just Saxony has has a moderately important tourist industry focused in particular on the scenic Ore Mountains, Leipzig, and scenic Elbe River Valley in Saxon, Switzerland, and Dresden. Although the city was bombed into ruins by the Anglo-American bombing raid in 1945, some of Dresden's former architectural glory has been restored. Interesting. So let's look at this. Lower Saxony State, Germania Britannica. This is probably going to give us a lot more of a insight to what we want to know. So let's just read this, man. Lower Saxony, German Niedersachsen land state of Germany, the country's second largest state in size. You know, the North Sea and German states of Schleswig, Holstein, and Hamburg in the north by its oh wow, oh my god, dude, I completely skipped a line. I think I'm dyslexic. The country's second largest state in size, Lower Saxony occupies an important band of territory across the northwestern part of the country. It is bordered by the North Sea and the German states of Schleswig, Holstein, and Hamburg to the north, and by the states of Mecklenburg, West Pomerania to the northeast, Saxony-Anhalt to the east, Thuringia and Hessen to the south, and North Rhine-Westphalia to the southwest. The Netherlands borders Lower Saxony to the west, the state of Bremen, formed by the cities Bremerhaven and mouth of Weser, and Bremen, 40 miles, 64 kilometers up the river, is an enclave within Lower Saxony. Lower Saxony was established on November 1st, 1946 by British military government, which merged the former Prussian province of Hanover with the states of Braunschweig, Oldenburg, and Schaumburg-Lippe. The capital is Hanover. Now we read that earlier, but here are the physical features. Do they have history on here? I'll see the history, economic, government, This might be the most important part. So we're going to read about the physical features first, and then we're going to move on to the next part. So, with the exception of a small highland area to the south, the landscape of the state is dominated by the Great North German Plain. Much of the state's northern half consists of sandy lowlands of heath, bog, and polder, interspersed with scattered forests. And the northwest and east Frisian Islands, 12 islands in the North Sea, and about 325 square miles of coastal land are actually below sea level and are protected from inundation by how do you say inundation by dikes similar to those nearby the Netherlands. More than half of Lower Saxony is drained by the Weser River and its tributaries, the Fulda and Vera. The mouths of the Weser and the rivers flowing into the North Sea. Fertile marshes are found, mostly supporting the pasture economy. Anyways, so we get that already. So here are the people. The population of Lower Saxony regards itself as Low German, linked by a common ancient Saxon origin and the use of Low German dialect known as Plattdeutsch. The latter, a dialect closely related to the Dutch, Frisian, and English, is quite distinct from the official High German, Hochdeutsch. See also the German language. Some regional literature is still written in this dialect and still remains the language of the home in much of the state. About 4/5 of the population is Protestant, with a Roman Catholic minority in the state's western part. In 1939, the population of Lower Saxony, as presently defined, stood about 4.5 million, and by 1946 the influx of refugees from other areas of a war-torn Europe had caused an increase to about 6.2 million. Oh my god, despite wartime losses. By 1950 the population had reached 6.7 million, and during the 1950s more than 340,000 refugees were transferred to states of the Federal Republic of Germany that were able to offer better living conditions. Nevertheless, by the late 1990s, the population was close to 8 million. Recent growth is largely attributable to the immigration. The major cities of Lower Saxony are Hanover, Braunschweig, Osnabrück. Wow, Osnabrück, I know exactly where this is. Oldenburg, Salzgitter, Göttingen, and Wilhelmshaven. Oh my god, I can't really pronounce that. So here's the economy, transportation, and government. Agriculture and traditional mainstay of the local economy remains more important in Lower Saxony than in most other German states, with farms producing wheat, rye, oats, potatoes, sugar beets, and dairy and beef cattle. The Emsland region has endured a long struggle to drain its peat bogs. I don't know what that is. Farmers there and farther west have created new farmland by mixing the peat with underlying sand, artificial fertilizers, and manure from livestock raised on the technologically advanced capital-intensive farms. These practices, however, have come under scrutiny because of the conditions under which the animals are raised and the impact on the groundwater, Okay, well, we get that. So I guess the government probably might be the next most important thing. So manufacturing and services now form the base of economy. However, Hanover and Braunschweig are the major centers of diversified industries. The state's chief manufacturers include trucks and other motor vehicles, heavy machinery, rubber goods, chemicals, radio, and other electronic equipment, and dykes and inks. Lower Saxony also produces small amounts of coal and oil. Okay, so let's look at the governmental structure, because that might be important. The governmental structure of Lower Saxony includes a prime minister, a Landtag, state parliament, a state chancellery, and several ministries. Justice is administered by means of a constitutional court, courts of appeal, regional courts, and local courts. Interesting. If we have anybody from Lower Saxony, let me know. I heard that it's very right-leaning for Lower Saxony. Maybe I am wrong, so let me know in the comments down below. But I heard that it's definitely very conservative. But I could be confusing Lower Saxony with maybe Saxony or the other Saxony. There's like 3 Saxonies in Germany. I don't know why there are 3 Saxonies, and if somebody can explain that in the comments, that would be amazing, because I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. So I guess we should just read this really quick. The national parks and cultural life. The beautiful Lüneburg Heath Nature Reserve attracts a considerable number of tourists. The Lower Saxony Waddenmeer, Wadden and Harz National Parks also protect some of the state's fragile ecosystems and provide recreational opportunities. In 2009, UNESCO designated the Wadden tidal flat region, which includes Lower Saxony's Waddenmeer National Park and Waddenmeer National Park of Schleswig-Holstein, and Wadden Conservation Area in the Netherlands, a World Heritage Site. Also of interest to visitors to Lower Saxony are the winter sports centers of the Oberharz, which is the most famous. The most famous of which are the Bad Harzburg, Hannenklee, and Braunlage. Goslar is a picturesque old world imperial city situated on the northern fringe of the Harz Range. In 1992, its medieval history center was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, along with nearby mines of Rammelsburg, where the source of the city's wealth and historical importance. In summer, the extensive sand beaches and dunes along the coast are the basis of a thriving summer resort industry. Okay, and then of course with this, in common with other German states, Lower Saxony has a lively and well-subsidized cultural life. There are state theaters at Hanover, Oldenburg, and Braunschweig, which are interesting because I've always wanted to see like what the theater life and like the cinema life is over. I can't talk. I wanted to see what the cinema life was like in Germany. I can't. What can I talk? I've been talking all day. I think I'm running out of words, man. Hanover, the state's cultural capital, boasts 3 other theaters, among them the Landesbühne, which gives performances of dozens of towns in the region. Oh, so it's like a play, like a theater and a cinema are different then. So a theater, well, we say movie theaters, right? So I guess it would just be cinema where you sit and watch like, movies and stuff. But I guess a theater, traditional theater, is like where you act and everything, and there's plays and da-da-da. That makes a lot of sense. Other notable theaters are in Wilhelmshaven and Landesbühne Niedersachsen Nord, in Göttingen, the Deutsches Theater, in Hildesheim, the Stadttheater, and in Celle, Kelle, is it Telle? I'm gonna say Telle. The Schloss Theater, Schloss Theater, which plays are performed in a fine Baroque building dating from 1674. In recognition of the Romanesque architecture and art, St. Mary's Cathedral and St. Michael's Church in Hildesheim were designated UNESCO World Heritage Sites in 1985. Higher education is offered by the University of Göttingen, 1737, my bad. The institutes of the Max Planck Society for the Advance of Science and universities in Hanover, Braunschweig, and Osnabrück, Lüneburg, Oldenburg, and Clausthal. Area 18,000. The area is 18,394 square miles, and the population is 7.9 million. That's pretty insane. Not gonna lie. Why isn't it going back? Okay. All right. Well, looks like. Okay. Well, very informative. Absolutely very informative, and learned a lot. For anybody that is in Lower Saxony and stuff, Are my claims true? Is it a very political area? I know it's beautiful. Damn near everywhere in Germany is pretty beautiful for the most part. I mean, there are some areas that are more attractive than others, but Lower Saxony is where I heard that I should be like very wary of and stuff like that. But I think it's not all of Lower Saxony. It's just small little sections, and that is what I wanted to talk about. And if anybody is from there that wants to give me an idea of what to expect and stuff, that'd be great. I think I've already talked about it in a couple of videos before, and I think I made a video on places not to go in Germany and stuff like that, and And it's literally just small towns, dude. It's not the entire state. Like that would be ridiculous. That's like saying the entire state of wherever in America is bad, and that's not true. There's always gonna be good places to go and not so good places to go. So hopefully we got something out of that. I mean, I definitely did. Especially, I still never got to answer my question, why why there's so many Saxonies? Why are there so many Saxonies? But we might get into that in another video. But if you guys want to reach out to me and have a discussion, an interview or something possibly, let me know in the comments down below. Join the Discord server. It'll be the only link in the description. And I will talk to you guys later. But until then, bis später, Leute. Ciao.